Right, so I'm basically recording some more videos. I've got about three to do. And the first one is all about the language of love, or at least the country Italy. Because I do speak to a few people that come from that part of the world, and Italy is a nice country. In fact, I studied Italian at school, so I know a little bit about Italy. I certainly do know a few words. I couldn't very much say that I could have a full conversation in Italian, but what I could be able to tell you is I know a few words like buongiorno, meaning hello, or ciao, arrivederci. Um, I could say buongiorno, come stai, bene, grazie, or if it's right, fantastico, as in fantastic. I know it's simple in it to say something like that, or Vino Rosso and Vino Bianco, which is red wine and white wine, and various, like calcio for football, and mi piace giocare a calcio. I like to play football. Things like that, some simple words like that, and a few words that maybe I should be airing out on here, basically, in Italian, and like ti amo, I love you. And it's wonderful in that. And I think what I do love about Italy is that I find it to be the language of love. I almost think that if you want to serenade somebody, with a good Italian song, a good Italian girlfriend or girl or wife or whatever you might have, a girl that you might meet, and you can say, I'm going to serenade her with some Italian music, and I'm going to get some Italian words out there and do the language of love. I'm not quite sure what I mean. Bambino also is another word which means baby, but I don't think you would go to somebody in Italian and say "Ti amo bambino," because here you might meet a girl and you might say "I love you, baby," something like that, meaningly "I love you, baby." But in Italian, I don't think that would work. 'Cause I think I got told by somebody who's Italian that is the wrong thing to say. You don't go to somebody who's like female and say "Ti amo bambino." So it's great in it that I know a few words, but I wouldn't say I'm that fluent in speaking Italian. I don't necessarily want to learn a language, but I'm happy to know a few words here and there and that kind of thing. And Italy, what can I say about the country? Well, I've never been. It would be nice to go. I'm not quite sure I would like all of the food though. I think like with much foreign food, I'm not the biggest eater of it. Um, I don't want to alarm any Italians out there because they're going to rip me to pieces when I say this, but I don't eat spaghetti apart from out of a tin. Yes, I eat spaghetti hoops or with little mini sausages in it, and I know that's not going to go down well to a lot of Italians, specifically even the chefs like Gino De'campo, who is an Italian chef. But I think it's something I've always had. I've not really been a big fan of baked beans. I don't like baked beans. So my growing up has always been about having tin spaghetti. So that's probably where it stems from. Like a lot of people, I know we might be adults and we might think nothing of it, but growing up, there was a lot of people, they would remember their childhood and remember having things like beans on toast. Well, basically, rather than me having beans on toast, I prefer to have a spaghetti on toast. And so yeah, and I also wanted to say hello to Vanessa out there in Italy, who's also loving the UK. She says I'm in love with London and England, so she's always happy when she gets to speak to somebody from this part of the world. So hello to you. She's actually from Italy, and sorry about that. Just got a bit of a cough and nothing serious. But anyway, back to this Italian thing. I have to say that there is one thing that living in Peterborough you will learn, and that is we have an Italian community. Now, I know what people are saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of places that might have Italian communities, but I think there's a difference between that and Peterborough. Peterborough actually has a multicultural society. I think it's one of these countries where or particularly one of the cities in this country where there's a lot of people from another country that come and live here, basically. It's not only Polish people or Eastern Europeans, and there's obviously Asians and goodness knows what. The Italians actually came here years ago and never actually integrated into our society, so they actually do have and usually if you go down somewhere like Fletton and Woodstone in the Peterborough area, that's where you'll find a lot of Italian people, because basically there's a place there called the Fleet, which actually does have a lot of stuff on which represents Italy, basically. I can say now, when things like the World Cup is on, the Italians are out there flying their flags and hooting their horns because they're supporting the Italians in the football. And yes, and I actually went to school with a couple of Italian people, so the Italian people in Peterborough, there's lots of them, and it's a very quite a big community in Peterborough. You know, you might go to somewhere like random city. Let's think of a random city or town. Let's say you're going to Oxford. You wouldn't necessarily say that is a hotbed of Italian people, because you know the small percentage of people that live in Oxford. There might only be 2% of people that live in Oxford that are Italian. I can't tell you that. I don't know the facts and figures, but I know that a country or a particular place like Oxford, or if you went to somewhere like Skegness or wherever, you know, it is simply just a small minority. You get a 2%, you know, percentage of people that come from Italy that live there. You know, like you have like England or Great Britain. If you look at, say, the British people that live in these particular places, you're going to get probably a percentage of about 50%. 50% of people that probably live in Oxford, or 70% live in Oxford, that are basically British, and the same as Skegness. Peterborough has probably like a 50 odd, 60 odd percent of people that live here who come from basically this country. But it's a lot different when you look at something like Italians, because I think what you got to remember is some places only have a 2%. You know, so there's not that many. We have probably about a 10%, and that, so you got to think about the little bit more of the percentage that goes up that you get basically for the Italians that actually live here, because there's about 10% of people that basically live here, which is basically from Italy. But I'm going to leave it there because obviously I've got other blogs to do. But yeah, I just wanted to say I wanted to talk a little bit about the fact that I find Italian the language of love, and talk a little bit about Italy and various things. I'm sure I could talk more about Italy in many things, because, you know, there's other things that I could think about when it comes to Italy, like football, as I've already explained a little bit. You know, who sadly I don't think going to be at the World Cup this year. Well, not this year, next year. So that'll be a surprise. The World Cup without Italy. So they won't be having anything to shout about in this city. But anyway, I'll leave it there, and bye for now.